Have begun. Twisted Minds and KCorp face off again here in Raleigh as Game 1, brought to you by Progressive, gets underway.
And the first time around, Jorby, it was heavily in KCorp's favor. They swept Twisted Minds in the Swiss stage. Will it be different in the playoffs?
KC, yesterday in round 5, made short work of Furia. Once they get to bracket play, nobody has really been able to contend with them in Birmingham. They made everybody look a tier below, but this Twisted Minds roster, they got better over the course of Swiss, and Rise is leading the charge on.
Twisted Minds taking down Genji yet again in round 5 to make it here to the playoffs. I think everyone knew that Twisted Minds could make it here. I think many shocked that KCorp had to go all the way to round 5 to make it in, and now they're here.
Some scary matches for sure. Everyone thinking it was going to be a cakewalk for them. One of the things that defines a great team is how you respond to that adversity. So far for KCorp, they got here, and that's all that matters. Lower bracket, upper bracket. The goal is the same for this team. Vatira around the corner trying to set this up. So far, Twisted Minds defense has held steady, killing this ball in the corner, and a nice flick out, and maybe setting something up. Nice movement here from Nupo, but Raleigh stuffs him.
You can see Raleigh getting bodied there, but still able to use that wave dash. Trying to get that ball out. Vatira with a miss. Atto will clear it all the way upfield. And there's a demo through the smoke. Raleigh trying to come in, does get a nice 50 and lands a bump on Atomic. Takes the shot just off target.
I mean, he was doing this yesterday. I mean, he's been doing it all week, really, all season, where it doesn't matter how much boost he has, it doesn't matter what position he's in, he always finds a way to either neutralize or just straight up win a 50, even when it doesn't look favorable for him, and then he sets up plays like that. There's a reason Raleigh's always in that conversation for the best player in the world.
You saw the head-to-head graphic. Raleigh, world champion, amazing rookie season, one for the history books. Coming out again with this new team, trying to get another one. But Nupo, he is such a talented player on Twisted Minds. You heard about their offensive abilities, and it's because of him that they're rated so highly.
It's difficult to get anything going, though. Vatira shuts them down again. Atto just hits that away to steal the boost. KCorp continuing to do that. They're happy to have Twisted Minds just clear back to him because they got this guy right here. It just makes actually getting the ball difficult. Nupo tried the pinch, but Atto easily carries this one out. And again, the 50 going their way. Vatira with a full tank of boost, but it skips off his car.
You can see he was hoping to control that. Got a bit of a heavy touch, did land a demo. Now we see 50 for Atto, but the demo at the midfield gives Twisted Minds the ball. It is an all-out battle for possession at the midfield, Jorby.
Atomic, no boosts. Actually makes the 50 work. Atto, nice catch. 50 underneath. Rise was ready. Vatira gets there in time. And now a battle for the midfield. Rise doesn't get the boost downfield. He's still going to chase Atomic, or not Atomic, excuse me, Atto out of the play. And it slows down again. Neither team really able to get consistent purchase, although KCorp keep grabbing this ball away from Twisted Minds.
It's just 50 after 50 after 50. No one getting a clean take into the air. Raleigh will leave this for Atto, who doesn't have enough boost to go for much other than a boom. Rise, mistouch, shot now for Vatira. It's all out panic on the Twisted Minds back line.
Oh, they are tied up together. Nupo gets out of the way, lets Rise push it forward. Raleigh loses the ball. And expecting that 50, he actually turned around. Atto trying to bump him, but no target for Raleigh. Couldn't put the ball on. And Raleigh, wow, how is he winning those 50s? Stopped right in front of it. That's got to be annoying to deal with for Twisted Minds.
You can see Rise getting a bump on the back line as well. So scrappy, but there's the pass. Stopped. Rise tipping it up to Atomic, who booms it downfield. Low boost again.
Raleigh sets it up back for Vatira. Vatira, light skip, and Twisted Minds, the discipline on defense seems to be slowly crumbling. That's 2 times that 2 of their players get caught on the back wall.
Nupo, the reset, goes for a bump as well. Rebound out to Atomic, and it's saved by Vatira by his fingertips.
He had to stretch for it, all the boost gone in it. Atomic going to take Vatira out. Nupo, no touch, no 50, and Atto looking for a clear, but they're not going to get it. It all of a sudden flipped, James, the second half of this game, where Twisted Minds are the ones in possession, trying to push forward. They got one solid opportunity. There's another, but Raleigh right in traffic.
And Atto right behind him. Vatira low boost again up against Atomic. Nice win. Forces Nupo to turn all the way back. He'll boom it downfield again, right into the hands of Vatira, who has boost. Fakes it down, lets Atto take over.
And denied. Nupo stayed with him the whole way. Atomic needs some help. He needs to get it cleared by his teammates' time. He'll get the midfield boost, but Vatira's air dribbling. Not the greatest 50, and diving forward, Atomic keeps Twisted Minds tied up.
Another
10
really
seconds,
big 50.
Not done. Off the backboard, Demo saves a rebound.
Nupo taking it all the way back. He has a full tank of boost. Goes for the pass right off the rip. Atomic has it intercepted. Back down to Rise. Rise will take it into a dribble. Keeps it off the flick. Blocked. Rise keeps the ball in play for a moment, but it does touch, and we have overtime in game one.
I think Rise saw the second defender in the corner and thought, we'll play towards the kickoff. That's not the greatest kickoff for Twisted Minds, but they're going to get actually a really favorable bounce. Rise lined it up. Raleigh gets in the way. Vatira diving forward, and he beats Atomic to the play. James, I mean, both of these teams kind of matching each other's energy step for step. A couple of close chances. Feels like Twisted Minds have gotten the better of it in the second half. Rise with a nice catch.
Yeah, this game easily could have been over, but you saw that save from Vatira, keeping it scoreless, but we have had chances as well for KCorp. Might have another one here. Atto, the flip reset, rebound out in front of net, but Rise clears it off the line.
So Raleigh ready for anything that would bounce out, but now he had to turn tail. Atomic trying to get in the way. Atto there just in case Raleigh needed some assistance. Vatira rips the ball off of the corner. Nupo does get to his corner boost. So KCorp continuing to go to that strategy, putting the ball in areas where they can steal the boost, force you to clear it high and away from your team, but it's been difficult. Twisted Minds have been able to match the speed. They've been able to get back to those 50s. KCorp get control here with Raleigh, a full tank.
Getting it back to his own corner. They have been fighting for possession. You so many 50s in this game. It's complete stalemates. Both teams having good chances to score. And it's all it's going to take is one to settle this one, Jorby.
Atto trying to feather this one out to Vatira, but everybody on Twisted Minds jumping for any kind of option. Raleigh control, he weaves his way, but Rise meets him right at the top of the box. Atomic trying to hold it. 50 right back to Vatira. KCorp trying to speed the pace up a little bit, but they can't win the ball in the corner. And they're getting 50'd out. Nupo sets it up, but a good touch out from Vatira to get everyone reset.
Really scary there for Vitality. Atto was last back for a moment. The 50 went straight up off the ceiling. Normally, that's incredibly dangerous, but Vatira getting back in time to help out. But this is another scary touch. But no power on that shot. However, Twisted Minds starting to get some good looks.
Vatira looking for an angle out. Atomic underneath, Nupo will support. Nupo actually cuts underneath a little bit. Atto looking like he might punish that with a bump. Rise has no boost. Trying to flip forward, get some momentum. Atto meets him. Atomic read it. One touch, lets it drop, and taken away by Vatira. Demo as well. He pops it up. KCorp's defense, impenetrable.
But also, you know, Atomic was trying to go for a double. Could have gone for a shot as well. I think maybe could have done more with that opportunity. KCorp getting a bit fortunate as well, but look at that touch. All the way down to the corner. Vatira going for the block, doesn't land it, but it's right to Raleigh. Raleigh, the late flick, or the late shot rather, didn't pan out.
There's been some really awkward progressions for Twisted Minds on defense. How many times have we seen Atomic on no boost on the back line? He gets deleted, and that'll just give him 30-plus boosts. Atto moving across. There's just nothing. All the Twisted Minds jump, but they somehow get right back into position. Raleigh off the ceiling. Underneath one, Raleigh! Oh, it's saved! Rise lands quickly, and Atto can't go.
Atto is too far out of the play, and now has to make the defensive stop. Raleigh did so much work to get that chance, and now backflips when the pass comes through.
There's no angles for passes for KCorp. They keep looking for them. Twisted Minds keep jumping the route. Raleigh up high. Atomic gets underneath. Atto wins a huge 50. Here comes Vatira, taken away, but Atto's turned around. He needs Raleigh. He's got that corner boost. They lost their third man. Vatira's looking to headhunt. Raleigh's got the 50. Atto, no. It's going to be Vatira up high against Nupo, and he's got the 50 again. Twisted Minds will not let them through.
And to the sidewall, Raleigh will take a shot here. Will be easily saved. Vatira keeping the ball in the half. Pinch goes right back out to Raleigh, who hits it up high off the sidewall. Will opt for a boost steal and let Atto go.
Atto got the steal off of Atomic. Reset with Raleigh underneath. Another reset. Rise does not care. He ain't letting anybody in.
Atomic with a bit of space will be able to get boosted up as well. But he's blocked by Atto, who sends this right back into the Twisted Minds half. We're having a little bit of trouble getting out.
Rise, full tank. 50 from Raleigh, back into the corner. direct rotation for Twisted Minds. Rise cut off on his pass immediately, but then Rise might head on. Raleigh avoids him, gets the pop, not a lot of boost. Called up by Vatira, and Nupo jumps in the way.
So many times you see KCorp have one back and they're at risk of being bumped, but they get away from it. Raleigh scores it off the bump from his teammate, opening the way. KCorp, they're not invincible, but they are still tough to beat.
That overtime, the majority of it was a tough one. Namely, I saw it a lot of times, Atomic on low boost, probably more than anyone else on Twisted Minds. He was still able to make those grabs, but you're gonna need a little more than that if you want to take KCorp down. You need to find a way to dictate the pace, and how about you start with Nupo scoring for Twisted?
Couldn't score last game, scored very quickly. This time, Nupo, the one who we were all looking to kickstart this Twisted Minds offense, doesn't disappoint.
Vatira was in position, but it looked like Rise chipped him as he tried to jump and made him go flying. Twisted Minds got physical. Raleigh almost answered immediately. Rise, oh, nice. Threatens to go infield on the 50 and then takes the out to try to get possession, but KCorp respond with a demo downfield from Vatira. Raleigh with possession, Raleigh with the dribble, denied by Rise.
Raleigh made several good plays last game, Jorby. They didn't all result in goals, obviously, but he was so good at taking the space when he recognized it, taking multiple defenders out of the play, generating rebounds. But what we saw last game is when KCorp had those rebounds out in front of net, the third man was not in position to take that shot because Boost is coming at a premium with how close all these players are playing on the ball.
Like that angle from Atomic, cuts off that pass. The pass has kind of become inverted a little bit. As Rise looking, nobody jumps from KCorp, knowing they have the safety. Atomic still needs some help. He got Nupo going downfield. Nupo has Rise going to take the boost. It looked like that rebound was really favorable for him. Atomic kicks this out with the midfield boost in tow. Vatira wins the 50. Nupo sitting around the corner. Rise jumps it. This corner was difficult for KCorp to work with. Atto making it work though. Atomic gets in front.
Raleigh committed heavily, he had a lot of faith in that bump from Atto. Still the attack ongoing. Atto trying to get back to it. But it's back to the midfield. Vatira, lovely first touch. Gets around the first defender. The reset stopped by Rise.
Raleigh up quickly. It forced Atomic to get on the wall instead of challenging the ball. Still has a lot of boost to work with. Atto waiting underneath. Raleigh next up after he gets bumped. Gets a demo on top of it. Vatira looking for a bump on the back line. He got it. That opens up a gap, but Nupo closes it quickly. Vatira trying to chip Rise out of the way. Collects his own boost as well. So many little battles happening in between these challenges. Vatira and Rise meeting together. As Raleigh says, here, I'll give you a little bit of oomph. Vatira gives him a boom. Raleigh forcing it and denied by Nupo.
Rise contested here by Atto. Nupo dodges that bump from Atto as well. KCorp, you see Atomic failed to make a play on the ball, giving some space to Atto, but Nupo will clear it back to the middle of the field. Light shot, forces two to go. It is a double commit, but Nupo gets it up and over Vatira and buys time for his teammates to get back in rotation.
That's an absolutely, what was that touch, Atto? I don't even understand how the ball went that way. Well, you keep the ball out because Nupo was lurking, and it could have been 2-0. This is kind of similar, James, what we had seen last time, but Twisted Minds, they're getting a little more purchase in the attacking third. They're able to dictate pace of play more than they did in game one, and KCorp are still having struggles actually finding those quality opportunities right now.
It has been a struggle offensively for KCorp. It's been so low scoring this series so far. 0-0 overtime. KCorp still 0 in regulation this game. An early goal by Nupo. Maybe he'll get another one here. He's on the dribble.
Oh,
on the hunt, trying to get this ball into the middle of the field for a teammate, but Raleigh comes in to slow the play down. A double commit as well. Rise was bumped off the play, actually.
Nupo late, but still gets a great shot. Okay, Atto. Isn't he playing well right now? Kicks that one off the bar. Raleigh with control downfield on the counter attack. With here at 1, 2!
The rear bumper getting the job done. Look at this double. First touch. You can see him boosting, trying to just get the perfect angle to beat the defender, and he found it.
Eventually, one of those counterattacks was gonna find the mark. They've had a lot of them that have looked good so far in 2 games. With a minute left, you start to feel another long overtime looming, how this game has been going so far. Twisted Minds, a lot of people underrated them coming into this tournament, but they're playing like they could go the whole way. KCorp deny them at the gate.
More goal line brilliance from KCorp. We saw it last game with Vatira. Everyone playing a role this game.
Full tank. Vatira waited for it. Rise next up. Kicks out into space. Raleigh sees the gap, and Atomic again finds a way to get there. Kicks it right back downfield.
I like this from Atto. Fake the boom. Got space to take it to the air. Goes for a 50. Vatira into the corner. Lands a bump. Some space for Raleigh. Gets a backboard bounce. Rise. Oh, Raleigh going for that. Now we see a pop up for Nupo. Lands on the ceiling. Waiting for the miss. Whoa, close call.
Too much drop on it. Wait, Raleigh might get a chance. That's too wide on the pass. Atto, no boost spawns for him. End of regulations here. Ball's on the ground. 2 overtimes in a row.
The last one, it went on for a few minutes. See a kickoff strat here for KCorp. Raleigh will go for a shot. Does go for a double, but Atomic shut down the angle.
Great job from Atomic on the back line. He's had a lot of great catches, stopping that KCorp attack. Raleigh kicks it away, wins that corner boost, but Atomic wins the ball. Gets over another. Vatira gets dunked on the play. Rise on the opposite side gives Raleigh a free angle out. But it's a high ball that he's got to chase. Atomic with no boost, it goes right to him. And free space, perfect respawn. Otto says thank you.
You saw what Raleigh wanted to do there as well. Go for a flip reset into a pass, but didn't get much mustard on it. He's allowed the pass to be intercepted. Fortunately for KCorp, Atto responding nicely. Plenty of time for him to make that save, but now we see Nupo going for off the backboard, but that's caught nicely by Raleigh, who takes it back up into the air, goes for a bump, lands it. Whoa. Opening up some space for Atto. Atto contested by Atomic, and it kicks off to the sidewall.
That was great vision from Atomic. He didn't immediately barrel into that ball. He knew what Atto wanted to do with it. Hang on. Nupo almost had something going. Atto's still working his way. Around the corner, no touch, no boost, and cleared out again.
Nupo. Oh, he went for a catch with the reset. Creativity there. Jeez, seeing KCorp fend off many shots. The goal line stand is working so far, but how long can they do it? Raleigh barely getting a tip on that.
Yep, totally calculated and planned. Nupo going across, and Raleigh gets the touch again. KCorp starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Raleigh relieving the gauge. Across, and it kicks hard to the opposite corner. There's just nowhere for either team to work for too long. KCorp might find something here. Atto coming across, he's got no boost. Does he get a bump? Nope, Nupo felt him coming, avoids him there. Still KCorp find a way to get this ball out of the midfield, back into the orange.
Vatira staying in the play, low boost. Makes it down, the double, it's good! Atto with the low altitude double, snipes the far post!
We're in the vicinity of obscenity! That's a ridiculous angle from Atto on the double tap. Versus his old teammate Rise. 2 legendary players going for it in the lower bracket. Twisted Minds trying to get something going here in the series.
Twisted Minds have had several good looks, but the saves from KCorp, something else. See if anyone from Twisted Minds other than Nupo can help kickstart the offense.
Clear out downfield. They do get that midfield pass. That look right there, exactly what Twisted Minds did all overtime. And then they have to defend a counterattack immediately. They gotta find ways to not just have that man downfield, but also have him in the third so you can keep control of the ball. Otherwise, this is gonna be the same song for the next 2 games.
Rise, plenty of boost. Gets demoed though. Raleigh has been so good at getting KCorp ground, marching the ball upfield, winning 50s, beating multiple defenders.
Nupo.
Plenty of demos as well from KCorp that have been working out as well, Jorby.
Nupo trying to get something set up there, but it's hard to do an entire solo maneuver against even one KCorp player. Twisted Minds looking for consistent pressure. Right now, they're just playing more defense. Vatira lets it go. Nupo barely gets there in time. Atomic's getting bumped by Vatira. He's off the wall as well. Atto makes it work. Back to Raleigh. They're picking it apart.
measure to get that one in. KCorp, they unleashed a barrage on Twisted Minds.
I mean, James, you talked about that physical game. Maybe Twisted Minds looking for bumps and demos to try to open things up. This is what KCorp has been doing the whole time. Atomic was getting harassed. He got kicked out of the goal. And KCorp find two here early. Raleigh picks up another.
And this is a tough one to let in. It's going up high. Rise is jumping for it, uses all his boost to get up there and fails to even make contact on the ball. Those are difficult reads to make, but you do see players make them, and when they miss like that, that is tilting. So KCorp, maybe they finally reached critical mass.
Forgivable if you miss it online, but painful when you miss it when it matters most here on stage. Atto up against Rise. Nubo will let it drop. Has Raleigh in his eyesight the whole way. Nice follow-up 50 as well. Raleigh turning, doesn't win that one. Nubo sets it up, got Rise to the opposite side. Nubo stealing the corner boost. This is where you want to see Twisted Minds take that challenge and win it, but they conceded all the space and gave KCorp a free 2v1 advantage in the midfield.
Atomic, boom this ball down. Vatira stopping it. Going for a touch, breaks up Nubo's play. There's a high shot again, bounces off the bar, and Atto makes the read.
An absolute dinger from Atto. Vatira setting it up on the far side, and nobody from Twisted Minds could get there. Atomic had to make the perfect read with the amount of boost that he had, and good luck there. KCorp running away with game 3.
And I mean, that was such a good approach from Atto as well. Those crossbar bounces can be very difficult to time, very difficult to read, but made it look so easy. KCorp running away with this one, 3 goals. So we just hit the halfway point, another shot on target, forced to be saved by Nubo.
Atto dumped it right out to Atomic, quickly up off the ceiling, and Vatira just stole it. Even when you think you have the quick hit counterattack, you get stuffed in the midfield, and you're forced to race back. Atomic has Raleigh on his tail. He stole his boost. Atomic quick pass, and the shot way wide. Atto, no touch. Atomic avoided the bump, but ended up giving it out to Vatira.
Seeing so many high shots, high power hits by KCorp, attacking that backboard, and it's been working. A few misreads from Twisted Minds. See if KCorp continues to take that strategy. It's been working this game.
It's looking a little more like it did in Swiss when we opened up the tournament between these two teams. KCorp had dominated possession, they dominated everything, and they've slowly been getting right back to that form. Twisted Minds, it looked like maybe they'd shock us a bit. Game after this timeout, this is the exact opposite result that they were hoping for, as Nubo was hoping for a fake and follow-up, but nobody was there, and Twisted Minds offense disjointed and non-existent.
And you heard Gibbs say, as the #1 offense coming in, you expect so much from them, but they give up another goal here. KCorp up 4-0.
That might be GG go next at this point, James. You might be talking about the long, long journey. Poor Rise.
You can see it bounce off the ground to get that last little touch to beat the defense. Insult to injury. Twisted Minds, despite having those close first games, have not been able to get anything going. Only a single goal this series scored by Nubo.
Twisted Minds, short, might be thinking about the next game at this point, but you gotta establish some sort of rhythm here. Give yourself some confidence that you can actually do something in the blue half. Here's a decent setup, but you're just beating a blue car every single turn, and your third man is on the backside of the rotation, and KCorp get the free out again. Atto flips it around, looking for KCorp's 5th goal. Twisted Minds still unable to play their own tune here.
KCorp really looking scary. All 3 players playing immaculate Rocket League. Vatira up to Atto. Caught it with a reset. Might get another one. He's got no boost. Had to be perfect. The shot is good. 5-0. It's a beatdown in game 3.
Yeah, a little bit of blood on the field. And Twisted Minds, a little bit of trouble. They're gonna need to find a way to salve the wound. Because right now, KCorp, James, it's looking like it did in Birmingham in bracket play, where absolutely no team could contend with them. You look in the lower bracket, you got Gentlemates and Team Secret there as well. Twisted Minds not out of this series. Based on what we're seeing right now, it's looking like another major, another day for KCorp. One more win to advance in the playoffs.
Twisted Minds.
And he weaves his way through. The dude is ridiculous.
You saw them demo Atto just in time to respawn to make the save on the boom downfield as well. So nothing is working right now for Twisted Minds. And already he's starting things off quick. That one bounced. It bounced off the post and out. A crazy save. Twisted Minds get away with one there.
Haven't mentioned Vatira's name often, but he's definitely been playing excellently so far and almost put in a top 3 play. Twisted Minds, they stop that though. Take a quick breath as Atomic chain dashes his way back to the other half. Rise sitting right behind him. Nobody wants to challenge Raleigh.
We've seen that a lot though from KCorp, where the players like to get that reset and instead use it to go for the bump, trust the teammate's gonna be there for the shot.
Powerful, that flip gives you a lot of momentum. You can go from looking quite slow to demoing your opponent real fast. Nupo, he's going for that bump, but Atto is on the far side of it. Rise lands on the boost, avoids the bump. Raleigh coming across, Atomic bails him out.
Atomic moving the ball around one, but Vatira there to keep this ball in the half. Now a pass infield, it's intercepted by Rise.
And Rise was with Vatira the whole way and can't put it in. Atto got the clear out, and Vatira gets the second.
It's what I was saying, Jorby, those shots directly on net. It seems like there needs to be one more step, one more pass to try to beat this KCorp defense. They always seem to get back just in time to make that save.
He tried to put it to the far side as well. Nupo fighting Vatira for the ball. Nice light touch from Atomic, takes the space, gets over Atto, but can't bump Raleigh. Forces Rise to make the grab. Atomic can't quite get it away from Vatira, and Nupo finds Atomic. They get the clear downfield. Raleigh can't get there!
Twisted Minds not out of it just yet. Nupo, the contest there, will doink all the way downfield from the mid boost. Excellently placed shot as well. Twisted Minds have a lead.
They have doubled their goal total in the series so far. Doubt they'd like a couple more. Raleigh, a drop-off, feathering it back to the back wall. Okay, Raleigh, just different, man. He stops the ball in midair, gets to the backboard, still makes the play. Now Atto has plenty of time to size it up, get the clear, go get boosted up. Vatira meeting Rise at the punch, takes the ball away from him, and Twisted Minds are forced back.
An extra touch though, and Atomic was ready for it. Would be a nice attack shaping up for Twisted Minds. Shot, it does bounce off the backboard, but Vatira there first and dodges the bump. But the back pass from Nupo puts possession back in the hands of Twisted Minds.
Rise lines up the 50, still with it. Atto says, fine, I just want that midfield boost. Zion Vatira coming through. Atto with the follow-up 50. Rise, it's over Atto, but it's a free ball for Vatira. He's got Raleigh on the wing. Raleigh slows it down with the boost. Ball chipped away from him. Got a nice 50 out, but Vatira couldn't find it against Rise.
Atto, nice catch in the corner. It's a high pop. Rise racing against Vatira. Did win the race. Bounces off the backboard. Nupo with a little bit of space. Tries to take it down to the ground. Lost control of the ball, and Raleigh's able to air dribble this out to the midfield. Stopped by Atomic. Back out into the middle of the field. The pass over, but it's too far away from Nupo.
Yeah, it was wide open space. That was the best look they had on KCorp's net. That pass has to be in an area where he can immediately shoot that ball or do something with it, but instead he had to chase it down, and it's that kind of disconnect that's killing Twisted Minds. Even though they're holding on to this 1-goal lead, it feels like it's almost inevitable. KCorp scored at the end of the game last time to force it to OT and to win, and they do it again.
Atto loses that 50 out. Things a little bit awkward for Raleigh, who's a low boost now, trying to get back down. Does get the follow-up save. A nice 50 as well from Atto. Picks it out to the side. Vatira with a full tank of boost will take it to the air. It's another beat around Rise. Boomed right up the gut. Whoa. And it bounces over the KCorp defense. A little awkward.
Raleigh and Atto in the same position. Raleigh was driving real forward, assuming, I guess, Atto was going to let him take it. KCorp have shown that kind of look before, so you can understand why Raleigh would go for it there.
Oh,
slight miscom.
Team bumped.
He still finds a way to buy time and stop it, James. They're still in the lead. Ball's not immediately in their net. Nupo's hoping Rise can turn and play this ball. Vatira just sits with it. Atomic back, a little bit of space for Vatira. Sits underneath on the low 50, and Rise makes sure he can't get to the box.
Nice Nice 50 from Twisted Minds to get that in the corner. Nupo using up a lot of boost, trying to get back to it. Atomic tips it up and over the oncoming attacker. Final 30 seconds. KCorp trying to put this vice grip on.
Atto trying to get it going. Twisted Minds, 20 seconds, and they stay alive in the series. They stay alive in Raleigh, fighting hard to get to this point. They don't want to go out 4-0, but Atto tries to clear the path. Rise, another clear out. Trolley off the ceiling, a touch wide. Going forward, fakes it out. Back to Vatira, flicks it over one. Nupo with the save. Atto denied, and Twisted Minds aren't out of the end. That ends up winning them game number 4 and staying alive as we're in Aquadome now.
Still waiting for that Twisted Minds offense to reach the heights we've seen it reach before. KCorp, strong defensively, but also, you know, their offensive generation hasn't really been able to produce many results, at least in the last game. A few 0-0 overtimes, but now we see Atto score quickly off kickoff, and that is just what KCorp needed.
Nupo left to go get boosts. Rise was underneath on the play. He was hoping for a follow-up 50, and obviously Atto completely tore that plan apart, meaning Nupo was going to be late to the play, and KCorp get an easy goal. Not what Twisted Minds want to do when you've only scored 2 goals in this entire series.
Vatira trying to keep it close with that touch. Runs into Drawley as well. And it seemed to impact the rotations too much. Drawley going for a backward pass. The light shot from Vatira. Now we see a demo as well. Vatira's going to turn for this. Opts to go for a 50. Nupo is there and able to relieve some of that pressure.
Full tank for Atto. Rise gets bumped out of the way, and another 50 forces Nupo to screen across back over to the corner. Nupo gets something going on offense for his team. Atomic had gotten a demo, but again, the clear puts it right back in the orange half. Plenty of time for KCorp to get right back on it. Nupo going for Vatira, chasing him down. Wants to pass over. Rise saw it. Atomic took it away. That looked like a goal.
That looked like the perfect setup for Rise to take the shot, and Atomic took it away from him.
That is not how Twisted Minds have to play it. Miscoms at this stage, where you're only 1 game and really 3 minutes and 40 seconds from elimination. You have to be on point at every single step. Rise underneath it, looking for someone to hit. But KCorp gave him a wide berth as they saw him underneath the ball.
KCorp's been doing a really good job of that, recognizing when those bumps are coming through and able to get around them. KCorp need to hold on for a few more minutes. Twisted Minds.
Oh,
had a slow start this game, gave up that early goal, messed up that opportunity that we just saw. See if they can recover.
Atomic weaves his way around. Rise and Nupo getting a little tied up. Of course, Nupo to delay a bit, but Nupo makes the best of it. He wins 2 50s. Drawley chases it down, and Nupo tried to beat him with a power hit. It just wasn't enough.
Big boom there. Trying to find Atomic. It's a ceiling pass down. Again, KCorp there to break up the play.
They got all this space, and you think, okay, Twisted Minds are going to get it. KCorp just feels like they have a beat on what you're trying to do. They have the confidence that no matter where you're putting the ball, they know exactly how to beat you. And they simply can do nothing right now to break through. We're halfway through game 5. Drawley lets it drop. Atto pop up, but with that first man harassing the Twisted Minds, it's Nupo doing a great job setting it up, and his pinch shot attempt went straight to the floor.
Drawley was trying to be creative there. Time on KCorp's side. A touch up to the air. Trying to get the flip reset around Atomic. Atto does help out. Tie off the backboard, but Nupo does get there in time to get a big boom.
Tira has a demo for some space. Pop up the Trolley, who also gets demoed. Atto avoids the bump, and a wave dash on the wall. Good attempt, but Atomic finds his way out. Trolley goes up to meet him. Atto's getting bumped, but Tira bails them all out. Drawley needs to go get some boost because this clear's coming back quick. Nupo sets it up back to Rise, and Drawley doesn't need the boost to make the save.
Another spectacular save, and another save. KCorp making save after save after save on their goal line this series.
Clear out again from KCorp. A minute and a half away from moving on in the playoffs. Rise can't put it on target, can't find a teammate. Nupo gets the catch. Atomic avoids the bump, avoids 2 bumps. Atomic off the wall, and Drawley, the last line of defense, keeps holding the levy steady. Nupo gets another 50 out, but the ball skips away. Atomic got bumped. Still got a touch on the ball. Rise gets across it as well, and time is of the essence here for Twisted Minds.
Atto trying to do work, gets the flip reset, but Nupo there to help out his teammate. Big boom downfield, a miss from Raleigh here, and that opens the door for Rise!
Raleigh has been immaculate, and a huge mistake on a routine clear, and Rise gets a freebie from KCorp.
That is a devastating miss for Raleigh. It must be a frustrating play for KCorp. Twisted Minds, they got their foothold last game. This win here would be huge. And maybe that could be the momentum shifting for the rest of the series.
Twisted Minds, they've been able to stay in the blue half a lot more in this game, but it still took a KCorp error to score a goal. Now only their third goal in 5 games. Raleigh sends it across, and Nupo will take over. Gets over Atto. Vatira wins against Atomic, who's late to the play. Vatira has a reset available and let it drop. Rise didn't have any boost left, so he's happy that ball dropped right into his flip. Raleigh wins against 1. Rise gets forced off the 50. Nupo lands quickly, ready for Atto. Nupo puts it underneath, and the rebound denied by Nupo again. A breakout downfield. On our way to a third overtime as Raleigh clears it out. Rise keeps it tight, no bounce, and on the ground, James. Twisted Minds, 1 goal. They could be eliminated, or they could play more in the double fake kickoff, as both teams are trying to find the advantage. Whoa! Oh!
Break check! Nupo breaks the axles of Vatira here. Look at this. Pretends like he's gonna do something, flips right by it.
That's one of the nastiest.
Street ball. We'll see who will come out on top. Twisted Minds, all the momentum right now. And you wonder about the mentality of KCorp as well, looking at the fashion in which they lost that last game.
It's been a physical game. It's been a tough series. KCorp, we're on match point 3-0. And now a chance to score, but it somehow rips hard off the post and out. Even had an orange trail on it to boot, but no one credited for a save.
It looked like it was gonna be a kickoff goal for KCorp to start out game 6. What a boost that would have been.
They still have the initiative here. There's a bump.
Oh! The bar and out. Vatira just off target, was low boost himself.
4th man coming and doing some work here for Twisted Minds. Nupo just kicked it right to Vatira. He was expecting a challenge there, but he did have a little bit of space. Now Vatira gets to throw it downfield. Atomic fakes the challenge, gets the boost, has a chance at the ball, forces Raleigh to stretch. That's a good move from Atomic, but Atto had him on red. Jeez.
Shot maybe could have been ripped on target. Quick reflex hit. KCorp moving in. Rise poking it around 2 players with low boost. That was huge for Rise.
Raleigh with control of it. Atomic, easy challenge. KCorp get back down the field. Vatira, nice double move. Rise, quite keep it away, has to full boost into it. Raleigh off the ceiling, trying to find the read. Ball not in his vicinity. Nupo protects his own boost, but Vatira's got the ball. Nice 50! Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, the bump! Wait a minute, Raleigh! No, he needed some help and he ain't gonna get it.
How many chances have we seen KCorp get?
About 4, and 0 goals to show for it. Nupo slows it down. Vatira loses the challenge. Rise wins the ball clean. Atto, he's stuck on the wall, but he's got the save.
Raleigh going for a 50. Vatira moving in. Saved his flip for the last second. Hoping for a rebound. Back pass to Raleigh. Raleigh hit the brakes. Tries to take it to the air. Fakes around 1. Atto takes it off his hands. Brilliant from Atto.
Atto scoops this up. That's a KCorp classic. The old drop-off delivery from Raleigh. He fakes the air dribble on Rise, beats him, and then Atto's hiding behind him and pops out like a jack in the box.
And you can see Raleigh actually landed on Atto's head, but Atto just drives through the contact to take that ball. That was such a smart play from everyone. Vatira getting the demo to open the space. Raleigh to take the ball to the air, make the defense focus on him, and then Atto to take it right off Raleigh's hands. Wonderful coordination from KCorp.
Nupo bumped Raleigh out of the way. Vatira forced to clear it. Atomic's the last back, all by his lonesome. and he makes 2 solid touches to keep KCorp off this ball. Nupo working with the ball on the sidewall. Atomic shading back. And KCorp aren't biting as much on Atomic's fake challenges. Starting to just go and take the ball a little bit more. Worked a couple of times. Twisted Minds, though, shows something different in the weaponry. Raleigh drops it down. Makes a nice move. Atomic drills the ball. Vatira dives for it. Awkward ball, and Atto's there. Nupo, though, has the catch. Good pressure so far from Twisted Minds. Got the 50. Quick shot. Atomic got the goal!
Vatira, the last one to beat, dives in for this challenge. Atomic knew all he had to do was get it around the side flip, the little touch, throwing a changeup. Great call there from Atomic. The shot that was needed. Twisted Minds tie it up.
Of their own making, too, James. No trolley whip to rely on. Twisted Minds since game 4. Looking a little different right now. Rise, gonna let Nupo take it. A hard clear downfield, back to Atomic. Atto steals it away. Nupo on the back line. Trolley just lifts that one up. Vatira's waiting behind. With Atto covering the rear. Vatira has Atto turn. Hard hit off the corner. Scoops it out from underneath Nupo. Vatira denied by Atomic, who helps out. No weird 50s in front of the box, but Trolley makes it work. Rise under a little bit of pressure. Got the first touch. Can't get the second, and Atomic rotates in quickly.
Vatira slow to that challenge. Nupo hits it all the way down to the corner. Raleigh booms it right back. Boom ball back and forth. Atomic booming it all the way back down. Vatira tries to control it.
Vatira looking underneath to Atto. Atto not gonna find it. Nupo high on the backboard. Raleigh denied by Nupo again. Hard clear, and Vatira will take that ball away. Rise punts it downfield. Nupo is maybe thinking he could get a bump there. Atomic wins it cleanly, though. Boosting forward, has the read, but so does Raleigh.
Oh, that was such a challenging read to make defensively. Raleigh, redemption, big time defensive read, getting that stop.
Good call off as well. Atomic not going for that touch. Huge, no! Oh my goodness! Nupo gets the goal, but it's all Rise.
Rise slowing down the play, leaves the ball to go for the demo. And are they doing it, Jorby?
This might go the whole way to 7. I'm gonna need someone to remind me how many best of 7 reverse sweeps have happened at an RLCS LAN. Because in about 25 seconds, it just might be possible. After game 3, James, Twisted Minds were down 3-0. KCorp completely dominant. And it's completely flipped on its head, but they gotta hold on to the lead. Vatira, low 50 underneath. Raleigh waiting for Rise, trying to get in an early corner, force him into a position. Atto has it up high, but Atomic is ready. Under Vatira, it's looking like we're headed the Champions Field. Atto doesn't want to see it. He wants to play it. Raleigh got the catch.
That might help.
Not what he may have wanted. Easy clear. Still holding it though. The game is not over until the ball touches the ground. Atto flips across. Raleigh pirouette, turns, and we're going to game 7.
They've managed to turn this series around. This would be such an upset if Twisted Minds could take down KCorp.
Well, how about that for all you here at Raleigh? You get a game 7 to start the day as Atomic flips it across. Can Twisted Minds pull off the upset in bracket play? Quick shot, trying for the bump, Vatira avoids him. Atomic a quick hit, and Trolley's got the catch, no boost. Nupo quick, and all of a sudden the pace for Twisted Minds. They can feel it. The belief is there just in the car language as Rise gets the reset. Tried to fake it, but Trolley had the angle.
Pinch up from Atomic, he'll stay on the ball, goes for a 50, hits it over to the side. Atto first to it, will launch it upfield to get the mid boost. Nupo behind it, the reset around 1, the shot as well, rebound to Atomic, Atomic takes it slow, but Trolley gets back from behind and breaks up the play.
Atto was getting harassed on the back line. That was huge from Trolley, and a nice 50 as well. Vatira's getting chased. Vatira, oh my goodness, Vatira doesn't, no! Atto finds a way through. I thought Twisted Minds somehow saved that.
There were hands all over Vatira, but he fights through the contact, gets that little stop. The floater pass into the middle, and it's 50'd into the net by Atto.
KCorp scored first in the last game as well, and in the game before that. And look where that's got them. Into a game 7 where they could have closed, but Raleigh just hits off the post! That has to be in!
Skim shot attempted by Rise, he misses out.
Battle in the midfield. Atto getting there just in time. Nupo getting demoed, but Atomic's got the ball. Atto avoids Atomic on the bump. Rise, runs into Nupo. On his way back to the ball, he's got no boost, but he'll help get everybody set up. A little slow. Tira's doing work right now here in game 7 early. And it's knocked out to the other side, no counter though.
That skim touch. That could have been dangerous. Did result in a nice clear. And KCorp now having to battle out of their own half.
Touch gives it away, back to Raleigh. Once the hard hit, he got bumped on his way. That kills his momentum, but he's got the space. No boost, you're not gonna be able to do much. Atto, he's got the boost, forces it across. Raleigh a full tank as well. Nupo meets him at the punch. And that's been quite the battle between Nupo and Raleigh on those 50s. Nupo cutting Atto off as well. Wants the go-ahead touch downfield. Raleigh's got him beat.
And you saw Rise hunting on that back line. Went for the corner boost, still didn't get it though. So KCorp managing the aggression from Rise so far. Now a shot opportunity. Raleigh goes for the fake. Atto, his shot denied. Vatira will keep this into the corner.
Hard touch from Nupo, and the read gets just away from him. Rise, that's a hard kick. Raleigh's got the touch. Vatira trying to beat Atomic, but that's a perfect catch for Atomic. Got the reset, not a ton of boost. Can he dunk Raleigh? It might be open! Goal!
All resulting from the perfect first touch for Atomic. Even gets his hand on the second play, or that second effort to get the rebound in front of net. Wonderful stuff from Atomic.
We've had a bunch of overtimes. There's still plenty of time left in regulation, but Twisted Minds making their own way right now. How many people had this one on their card?
Raleigh missed the corner boost, but Atto does get it. However, Raleigh won't have boost to make much of a play, does lob it in, but now ball in the hands of Nupo, but he's demoed. Atto will pop it up for a teammate. Vatira there first. It's down towards net. Rise leaves it for Nupo. Nupo flicks it by 1. Atto trying to keep it close, goes for a 50. Raleigh moves in with boost. Air dribble from Raleigh, goes for a 50 now off the backboard.
Loose ball, quick pass. Whoa, denied. Atomic and Rise. Both feeling the strain on that one. Knowing you had a free shot on net, but it was too weak. Raleigh leaves it. The shot. Oh, Vatira! Sharpshooter!
Vatira is stepping up for KCorp.
Excellent work. Everyone's looking at Raleigh. And by the time they realize it's Vatira, it's way too late. KCorp aren't going down. Best of 7 reverse sweep is not in their plans.
What
happened here? We have to take a look at the replay. It just blasts off the sidewall. You see that even in 1v1s. A devastating kickoff for KCorp. Shock on their faces, and Twisted Minds get it right back.
All plans are pointless at the point of contact and battle. KCorp have to find another way in. The shots have been excellent. It's been Vatira at the forefront of the offense, setting up the first goal. Perfect placement on the second, but hang on a second as Rise goes forward. And Rise versus Vatira. Rise trying to keep himself undefeated on land against his old teammate.
Atto backwards, had to contest that. Does get another tip on the ball. Raleigh getting beat by Rise. Rise going for an air dribble now, 50.
Nupo back to Atomic. Denied by Vatira. No boost for him. Atto's coming to bail him out. Atomic sees that they're in some trouble, and he deletes it. Now Rise going forward. Forced out by Raleigh. Nupo next up with the catch, but stuck here in the corner for now.
Vatira trying to get this ball out. Atto is tipped away from him. Raleigh, low boost, will stay in the play.
Atomic has the space. How about Atomic's game 7 so far? Helping bail Twisted Minds out of a couple of scraps. Now Raleigh looking to get back into the pit. Nupo let it fall down. Vatira waiting for the give. He set up everybody for KCorp before. He wants to do it again. Atto, a little stutter step. Atomic with another clear. Rise, headed downfield. Looking for the pass. Nupo, shot! Goal! I think I just got a little cold in here!
Twisted minds, twisting metal, and sending KCorp to the scrapyard.
2 seconds! Twisted minds! About to do the unthinkable! The ball's on the ground! And what? That was under a second left! Raleigh pops it up over 1! Raleigh across! Rise is there! Hard clear down the field! Atto no